Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know I do Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Today, we're going to talk about Jake Paul. Now, it is becoming pretty obvious that Jake Paul seems to know what he's doing. Okay? From when he first got started in boxing, with making all these exhibition fights with MMA fighters, who had decent names, who were able to get a draw. He turned himself into the bad guy, wanted to see him lose, and it ramps up. And now he's getting high level exhibition matches that is rivaling any pro boxing matches that you see today, right? He's literally a draw. Now, is he a draw like the purity of the sport? No, he's a draw based off entertainment. He knows what he's doing, right? If I had to put him into context, he's a younger version of Dana White. He seems to know how to get it done, right? You can't seem to stop him, right? So has he officially found his lane with exhibition boxing? Because he's done it for so long, it's a staple. Everybody seems to know what he's doing. Everybody's prepared to see it happen. And then he puts it on and nobody seems to mind. And they show up. They show up. So when freaking Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition match, right? Logan Paul made like $100,000 or something like that. Floyd made $10 million, right? Right? Good payday for an exhibition fight. Floyd was able to hold his own against a bigger fighter in Logan Paul, right? Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, one of the biggest pay-per-views ever. I think it's in the top 5 or something like that. Maybe even top 3, right? Everybody showed up, from celebrities to fans, everybody. And we all knew it was an exhibition match. Jake Paul got 40 million. Mike Tyson got 20 million for a fake match. Exhibition means training with gloves and lights. That's all it is. It ain't a real match. You're not allowed to hurt the other person. It's a sparring match that made millions upon millions of dollars, right? So now we're seeing Jake Paul get ready to fight Gervonta Davis. Jake Paul is 195. Gervonta Davis is 135. This, in the old days, this will be a laughing stock when it happened. By no means. Matter of fact, their original state they were going to fight it in, I think it was like Michigan or something like that, said, nope, can't do it, right? So they had to move it to Florida. Florida is down for whatever. It's going to get done. It's an exhibition match. Hands down. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody get hurt. But they're going to box it out for the most part. They still got to sell it, right? So has Jake Paul truly found his lane? Has he literally beat Dana White to the punch? Dana White has been trying to get boxing forever with Zuffa boxing. He said it back years ago. I almost want to say even a decade ago he said it, right? Just now getting ready to get into the space. And apparently he got to go another route, which means he has to change the Ali Act in order to get it, or else he don't want to be a part of it. He's down with the Saudis. Good for him. But Jake Paul has been doing it. So what makes Jake Paul different than Dana White? Dana White is a juggernaut. How come he couldn't get it done? Because he couldn't get it done the way he wants. Jake Paul is playing by the entertainment rules solely. Exhibition is not about true boxing. It's about entertainment, which Jake Paul is, an entertainer. He is an influencer. His job is to sell you an effing story and influence you to buy tickets or to tune in. That's what he's doing. So with exhibition, he has his lane, right? He don't even have to take the sport of boxing. He already has exhibition boxing, which seems to be thriving. Nobody who's fought with him didn't make good money. I don't know about Logan Paul. I think he probably made more. But everybody else made good money compared to when they were fighting in the UFC. All the MMA fighters, they made more money with Jake Paul than they did in the UFC, depending on who you are, right? For one match. Probably overall, no. One match, yes. Right? And everybody went there, right? Everybody wanted to fight Jake Paul. And a lot of them did. Nate Diaz, Ben Askren, you name it. Tyron Woodley. They all went there. Now, everybody's trying to get into boxing. George Masvidal versus Nate happened. All these guys are getting into boxing now. See what I'm saying? Tony Ferguson hasn't won in 6 years and didn't win his first belt in boxing. What does that tell you? There's money to be made in boxing. I get why Dana White's trying to get it, but he's trying to get it the way he wants to get it. He wants to control everything, right? Jake Paul said, look, I want to make everybody money. Now, does he really truly mean that? I don't know, but everybody's making money. So is Jake Paul going to do a better job in exhibition boxing than Dana White long term? Because more fighters can do exhibition. Bottom line. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has to go through Dana White if he gets it and starts to make it work. Is he going to pay the millions upon millions of dollars that everybody's been getting? Look at what Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor made. They're saying they made $100 million a piece, easy, right? I mean, Dana White said it was lying, or somebody said they were lying, but I'm pretty sure they made quite a bit of money. It was the first one to do it, and they were two big stars at that time. So I'm willing to believe they made close to $100 million, right? Freaking mind went blank. The last fight we just saw, right, with Terrence Crawford and God dang it. All right, forget it. Mind went blank. See what I'm saying? When you get my age, your mind shuts off. Now I gotta go look. God dang it. All right, the point I'm making is that last fight, I had $150 million for the purse for that fighter. I'm sorry, y'all. I am old. I gotta look the crap up now, right? Because I just can't remember crap off the top of my head like I used to. See, when you get my age, this stuff happens. This stuff happens. All right, give me a second. Let me look it up. Canelo Alvarez, Jesus Christ. Canelo made $150 million, according to Google, which is my friend. Google tells me what happened. So freaking Canelo made 150, and I think Terrence made like 40, 50, something like that. Right? So people still making money in boxing. Is that going to happen when Dana White's in charge? But like I said, the lane with Jake Paul is steady and consistent. A lot of people can get fights on a regular basis with Jake Paul. I can't even get mad at him anymore. You know, I'm looking for a reason to shit on him, but he got a solid product. Exhibition boxing is a thing. Exhibition boxing makes people money. It's pure entertainment boxing. Pure. With a little bit of realism. Just enough to make it interesting, but not enough for somebody to get effed up. Anybody getting knocked out? Well, you know, he knocked out all the MMA fighters, but I think that was part of the clause to be able to go for the knockout against the MMA fighters. But that ain't happening in boxing. The clause says, hey, we'll fight you, but you ain't knocking out shit. So nobody's got knocked out to my knowledge. But it is a solid business model in today's era of entertainment sports. Entertainment sports is becoming more and more about betting, about clearly having a winner, clearly having a loser, just a little bit of unexpected shit. But other than that, it's kind of scripted. Everything's getting watered down. Look at basketball getting watered down. Look at football getting watered down. Across the board, everything is becoming more and more scripted, right? It's getting crazy out here. You don't know what's real and what's not anymore. To the point we have exhibition boxing as a regular thing. Back in the day, it was once in a blue moon because two old guys wanted to get in the ring and just have it out for one last time. Nobody dies, right? But now it's a thing. Jake Paul made it a thing, and it makes millions. When I realized what Jake Paul and Mike Tyson did, not only at the gate, it was a packed house, and they made pay-per-view. I don't know. They had Netflix. Was it with Netflix? I don't think Netflix did anything. I don't know how they did that. But anyway, as you can see, Jake Paul is winning. Whatever you want to say, how you want to look at it, it's entertainment boxing and it's doing well. Guys are getting paid. So now it's Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. I have no idea why that particular match and it's so far apart. I guess because Logan Paul and Floyd did it. So why not? Now you think about it that way, you see why it happened, right? But we'll see. So I'm curious to see where they go with it right now. Yeah, getting crazy in these streets, but Jake Paul is doing it. I think he beat Dana White to the punch when it comes to taking over boxing. I think he has. So we'll see. That's all I got. I had to get out there because, yeah, this is Coach D doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it, talking my share of shit. To hear from me again, peace out.